In this video, I'm going to show you how I take this beauty from this before to a beautiful tapered cut set with her natural curls. I had someone actually leave a comment on this reel or this short that went pretty viral. I wouldn't say viral, but it definitely got over 20,000 views. And someone wanted me to do the long form tutorial. So this is for you, gorgeous, who asked for it. So as you can see, I'm starting by cutting some of her hair off. I'm cutting her hair off while it's in its natural state. She just got there and we just started cutting because I didn't feel like there was any need to shampoo her hair if she still had a whole bunch of hair that needed to go. So we're cutting off what I know is going to have to come off now. I'm cutting it off dry, so I'm not really getting the precise cut, but I'm doing enough to kind of bring about the shape that we're going to be going for and creating that guide for the end result. So I'm going through her head and doing that kind of freehand cutting with my hands. I'm just creating shape and kind of getting into the rhythm of what we're looking for, which is something that just frames her face really well and something that looks pretty darn, I guess you can say, just flattering for her head. I'll pop up a before of like the inspiration that she wanted, just so you can see. But technically, like, you know, we gonna hit that inspiration. Y'all just wait and see. But this process is going to be pretty much over in a sec. And then now that we cut that off, we washed her. And now that we washed her, we're going to clean up the cut while her hair is wet. I'm actually using my Honey Almond styling foam as like a cutting lotion as I go in and clean up the cut, using that to kind of give me a level balance to the cut while the hair is wet. Naturally, if you're cutting when the hair is dry, you're going to miss some strands versus when it's wet, you're able to stretch them all out and basically get them level as if the hair was being cut while it's straight. So I'm going through that process and I'm showing her like how much product I'm using, how I'm using gel and foam. Technically, I just put the foam on and now I'm putting gel on top and brushing those together. So that's going to give her a level of hold and a level of definition that's going to give her some longevity and some shine. And as you can see, I'm just brushing it all through that section just so there's a consistency in the product, and the product actually will give her the same amount of hold throughout. If you don't brush your products together, you'll find that you don't get as much consistent hold. Some areas will be frizzy, some areas won't be. And I had to turn the camera so y'all can better see what I'm doing. So let me give y'all some close-up action. Some people use their fingers, but I like to use my comb to kind of bring out the coils in the hair. Just doing a little spin, a little turn. Because naturally, you don't want to like clump it up too big where they start to look like locks. You want to use it in smaller sections, so it kind of like creates like a bouquet of curls together. And we're just continuing to coil those just at the ends, not the whole strand, just focusing on the ends, coiling that, coiling it. Basically that's the process. And I don't know if y'all noticed, but the last couple of videos I did not have any music because I kept having issues with copyright and I don't really have time to do all the work to upload a song and then like it take it down because of music. So y'all gonna get this ASMR of me talking and just watching this process. Isn't her hair beautiful? It just brings me so much joy seeing those curls come about. Like, listen, if there's anything that's more gratifying than this, I don't know, but I really do enjoy watching the process of coiling hair. So now that I'm moving to the other side of the head, I'm going to speed this up a bit so y'all can see how I do the top. And as I move towards the top, you can see now I'm using my fingers and just coiling at the ends. I'm not using the comb anymore because it's just, you know, longer hair. I can control it better with my fingers. And I'm just going in and I'm coiling those pieces, bringing out the definition. Naturally, this is my favorite thing to do. My signature curly set, because naturally, you know, it's one thing to call it a wash and go, and that's not what's happening. We're actually setting each curl and creating that definition with the little flick and spin of the wrist. You know how we do. So naturally, I'm going through that process throughout her head. And as you can see, once I get to the top, I'm making sure that the hair is detangled thoroughly and, you know, making sure we have the hair smoothed. And then we're going to go in and pull out sections just to continue that consistent bouquet of curls. And some people, I might drag and drop it a little bit more to kind of create length. But for her, we really want the curls to like really show off the shape and give her those ringlets. So I'm going in and curly setting each one of those and like just giving that definition at the end, but allowing that root to stay elongated. You can see her roots are not coiled all the way up. It's just only the ends that we're coiling, because naturally we want to give it a little movement. We don't want it as tight to the head. We want her to have a little bit of swing and bounce at the top. So that's what we're doing to create that. And I think she's happy with what we've done, and it's about that time for us to do the finishing touches and go under the dryer. And now that quickly she's out of the dryer. She was under the dryer for probably about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. I would probably say 20 minutes, honestly. And now I'm getting a little oil or serum on my hands to fluff her. As you can see, she looks happy with what she sees so far. So I'm going to fluff it out with that oil or serum on my hands just to make sure her hair has some shine and doesn't get frizzy the more I touch it. But we are just fluffing out to bring out the shape, to see how it moves. And y'all can see the hair is giving a whole nother level of like body and shape and frame. So I'm going to give her a mirror so she can see her angles. But first I want to kind of clean up what I can tell I want to clean up first and foremost before I show her anything. I always like to make sure I go through and clean up anything unnecessary that needs to be cleaned up before I give them or give my client a mirror so she can see all her angles. But I'm also talking through to her like why I'm cutting what I'm cutting to make sure she's on the same page. You see her nodding, saying, yeah, that's cool, that's cool. So we're continuing to go through just to clean up for her before we give her a full 360 so we can decide what to do next. And now she gets the mirror, and we are going to check out her angles and see how she feels about it. Give her a little shine spray, let her check herself out. Look at that. She's loving it. I think she's loving it. You see the way that she's touching it? That's how you know. But she actually told me she felt like it was a little bit too high or heavy in the back of her occipital, which is like right at the ball of her head. So we're kind of talking through that. So she wants to take a little bit more hair off in that region. And that's why I always like to show my client before we finish, just so we can fine tune things together. So now I'm going in and cleaning up that area and taking it down a little bit shorter for her so she can kind of get a little bit more of a flatter appearance in the back versus like a rounded appearance in the back. So this is the adjustment she wants. This is the adjustment that she'll get. And we're kind of going in with our Beyonce Hanzo shears to clean that up and create the shape. And as you can see, the cut is coming together, just finishing touches at this point. And yeah, I'm loving it, y'all. I'm loving it. But yeah, I'm all about, collaborating with my client to find what we're going to do for the finished look, because it's no good if I love it if they don't love it the same way. So I'm always checking for my client's facial expressions to see if there's anything they keep touching, anything they seem like they're doubting. But if they're smiling and giving the energy she's giving right now, then you know we did what we came to do and the work was done, and she is a happy lady. And I love for my clients to be happy. So all that to say, I'll just go in with the finishing touches and, just really complete the look by fine tuning anything that might feel out of place, moving the hair around just to make sure there isn't any surprise pieces that pop out, not where they're supposed to be. But all that to say, y'all, we just going through it. She gave me the mirror back. When the client gives you the mirror back, she's happy. She's good. She don't need to see it no more. So I'm going in and diffusing with my Dyson to make sure any other areas that might be wet are going to be dried, so her hair will last and not get frizzy. And yeah, we are going through that part, finishing up that drying, and yeah, almost done, y'all. And if you're curious, I did use high speed, probably like a medium or low heat, high speed and low heat. If you use heat that's too hot when you're diffusing, you can create more frizz and disturb the hold of the curl. Heat penetrates, cool water closes the cuticle. So I want to use the cool dryer to seal and close the hold of the product. So all that to say, I think we are where we need to be. Just cleaning up the fine little pieces, and Voila, y'all, we are at the finish line. And these are the end results of the cut. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed seeing us create this look. As you can see, we got shape, we got definition, we got style. And don't forget, this was the before of my client, before we got started. And this was the after. It was giving. Thank y'all for watching.